Tom Brady, when we have this discussion. But I look at this league, and this is me. Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson. Those are the 5 quarterbacks I would want before Breeze and Brady. And obviously they would come in 6 and 7. So, yeah, it's wrong. Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback at this point than Tom Brady is. Tom Brady is still really, really good. He's still a quarterback that you can win with. But we're comparing guys at the points of their career when we believe who's the better guy at doing their job. And that's Aaron Rodgers above Tom Brady. I get it. I get the love for him. I understand that everybody loves the fact that Tom Brady is in Tampa and he has all of this talent around him. I understand when Madden is rating these guys, they base it off of a lot of things, a lot of analytics. My eyes tell me Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. And that's as simple and plain as I can make it, Stephen A.
Well, the reason, listen, come on, man. You talking to me, so you know how I feel because Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. You know where I stand on that.
That's why I left
But
you
in
more
this
time.
particular instance, there you go. In this particular instance, I'm going to disagree with you, Swagoo, but not because I'm not looking at it the same way. When the question was asked, I didn't take it as who's the more talented quarterback. I'm looking at this upcoming season and saying, who do I think would look better? In other words, when I'm thinking about Tom Brady, it's not just about, Mike Evans and Godwin. You know what I'm paying attention to? Not just that he has Gronkowski, but he has Gronkowski with O.J. Howard and with Cameron Brate. And so when I'm looking at it is Tom Brady's best years is when he's had both a slot caliber receiver like the Julian Edelman. Remember, he used to have Edelman and Amendola. Or when he had the 2 tight ends, whether it would be with Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski. So the way I'm looking at it, Swagoo, is this. You had Randy Moss, right? You had Randy Moss, but you still had other weapons in the interior between the numbers to make things happen for him. And that's what I see. Even though Godwin is electric, we know what he's capable of doing. We know he could be an Edelman type if you asked him to be that way, in my estimation. We know what Mike Evans brings to the table on the outside. But then when you combine that, when you have not 1, not 2, but 3 reliable tight ends, when you can use 2 tight end sets in your formations all afternoon long. That's what I'm thinking at, and I'm juxtaposing that to Aaron Rodgers. What the hell do you have to work with? Why do we lament what the Green Bay Packers did to this man in drafting Jordan Love? We know Jordan Love's got promise. We believe in him. We hope that he's going to do well. We understand that those numbers were a bit, disingenuous to some degree at Utah State because of the new coaching staff, the system, and all of that other stuff.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do what?
I understand what you're saying, but let's not do that. We having an individual conversation, and I've sat on my sofa and watched you talk about NBA players. We are not talking about the talent around these guys. We talking about the individual player. Hell, if we had Aaron Rodgers with the Tampa Bay Bucks, they'll be leading in winning the Super Bowl. It wouldn't even be a question.
Let me say what I'm saying.
So let's talk about the individual guys.
Okay. And I'm telling you, from an individual perspective, I will concede. Of course, I'm going to tell you that I think that Aaron Rodgers, as a talent, is the greatest ever outside of since before we saw Patrick Mahomes. I'm talking about from a talent perspective. Well, all that he could do at the quarterback position, I totally believe in Aaron Rodgers. But here's the difference between a basketball and a football player, which is why I can't completely flow with you, Swagoo. A basketball player can say, give me the damn ball and move the hell out the way. Watch me take this over. Win, lose, or draw, he can do that. No quarterback can do that. The quarterback has to throw to somebody. I can't ignore that. I can't sit up there and say, just individually, because I'm looking at it, excuse me, can he fling the football? Yes.
Stephen A., we still having the discussion about 2 individuals. It don't matter if you can take the ball and move the hell out the way. You said, I believe Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Can we not leave it at that?
That's true.
When we talking about rating these guys in competition?
No.
We have to. Look, listen, this is one of those conversations where it's always the situation about what surrounds them. We know who's a better player regardless of the guys around them. We've been having these discussions about sports our entire life. We knew that Barry
But why
Sanders
was the
was a better
question
running back
asked?
than Emmitt Smith, even though.
But why was the question asked? I'm saying the question was
To
asked by
determine
them.
who
Not
was
talking
better
about
out
us.
of
The
Tom Brady.
question was asked. The ratings were presented because we have a season coming up, and you're asking about who's going to look better. I don't think anybody, at Tom Brady being 42 years of age, with what we've seen from him the last 2 seasons compared to what we see from Aaron Rodgers, I don't think anybody would look at it and say Tom Brady's better than Aaron Rodgers. But if you're talking about this upcoming season and who could potentially look better, I'm saying to you, there's nothing wrong with having that subject based on that premise. Because I'm looking at all of those things.
Okay.
I can't, with a football player, a running back, yes. But with a quarterback, I can't just look at a quarterback and go like this. I don't take his surroundings into consideration at all. I can't do that at that position.
All right, Stephen A., let me ask you this, because I have Marcus's list right here. So he has Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers. So out of that list, who would you kick out to put Brady in the top 5?
None.
So you got Patrick Mahomes. Hold on, you got
I can
Patrick
say it again. Mahomes, Jackson,
Mahomes.
Wilson, Watson, and Rodgers.
None of them. I wouldn't pull any of them out of the top 5. I wouldn't pull any of them out of the top 5. But I do believe that Tom Brady could end up having a better season than Aaron Rodgers because of the situation Aaron Rodgers is in.
Fair enough.
All right, you
Talking
stay with
about all
that
these
energy.
lists.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. You stay with the energy
Aaron Rodgers.
and having all this list,
Definitely.
Stephen A. I'm kind of missing a Stephen's
Rodgers.
A-list. I think we're due for one pretty soon. The folks at home want to see
Well,
Stephen's A-list.
You know
All right,
what?
guys, we'll leave it there.
You definitely want Stephen's A-list as opposed to Swagoo substituting for me. I'm glad you asked.
I wasn't teeing you up
You
for that.
definitely prefer
I'm glad.
Stephen's A-list to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Mahomes is not better than Aaron Rodgers. He is. It's a fact. They give the MVP to the best player in the league. Who'd they give it to last year? My man, Pat Mahomes.
Go ahead, Damien.
Woo, y'all dropped a bomb yesterday with this one. Y'all really did. Listen, I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers simply for this one reason. I think when we talk about better, we also got to talk about the mental aspect of the game. And I think where Aaron Rodgers differentiates himself from a Patrick Mahomes at this present time is the fact that he has more experience in the league right now. He's seen more things, and I think he might have a more cerebral aspect to his game right now because of the experience. But make no mistake about it. When it comes to the physical, for years we marveled at Aaron Rodgers and his arm talent and the things he's been able to do throughout his career that other quarterbacks haven't been able to do. But those days are over with, okay? Those days are over with. Patrick Mahomes can do everything that Aaron Rodgers can do and better outside the pocket, his arm talent. He can do all the things that he's like a 2.0 of Aaron Rodgers. But I think that right now, the little separation to me is the neck up